My name is Emily Gantley,
And my name is Mariah Eisenborn.
and today we're going to be sharing with you our media show and tell. Advertising is literally everywhere. It's in social media, in newspapers, and in magazines. Everyone is at least exposed to some type of social media kind of advertisements at least once every day. Some concepts that we're going to go ahead and explain on our show and tell today are race, gender, objectification, sexualization, and ideal beauty. So to start from InStyle magazine, we have a photo of Jennifer Lopez, and she is kind of displaying the designer that she's wearing, his fashion line. As you can see, it's very sexualized, half of her side is very exposed. And it kind of just presents that sexualization idea that that's appropriate for women to look like. Next we have this example. It kind of portrays an ordinary woman, but it has the 3 highlights on her face where it says for her cheeks to lift it, for your lines in your face to kind of smooth it out, and then for your lips to plump it. So it's basically saying the idea of ideal beauty standards that you have to kind of change yourself to be perfect and beautiful, which is really kind of a bad thing, especially with young girls. They see that and say, oh, for me to be beautiful as I get older, I have to change everything about myself. Next we have this example. As you can see, it portrays an African American model. She's very dark skinned, and jewelry is being portrayed as the main topic of this, but it's kind of hard to tell. Another problem with this one is, due to her dark skin, she's kind of blending into the background more, and it kind of becomes more of a muddy kind of photo, and it's presenting that idea of kind of race in media where a lot of white models are usually pop out at the scene where this African American model is kind of blending in. In this one we have a group of people, and again it's a race kind of idea presented. We have the African American male in the very background up there. He's kind of hidden behind everyone. We also have a small young African American child in the front corner, but he's really not the main focus again. And in the middle of the page with the crease, there's an Asian woman, so she's also again taken away from that main focus where the rest of the white models are more so the very main topic of this. From Harper's Bazaar, the December 2018 issue, we have this advertisement photo. So as you can tell, it's a very beautiful kind of sexy woman that's presented. Her legs are spread. It's more of a sexual pose that's being presented. The actual thing that's being sold is her jewelry, her earrings, and her ring. And you can't really tell that at your first look. You're just kind of more focused on the beautiful woman there and how she's very sexualized in this photo. So this one we have a woman who is on a swing, kind of just randomly up in the air. It's kind of hard to tell what is being advertised here. It's actually a swimsuit, which kind of is confusing because with swimsuits you kind of figured they'd be at like a beach or next to a pool, where instead she is just kind of in the air. This is another problem with sexualization of women and also objectification. So here's another example of race in the advertisements. Here we have a young woman. She kind of blends into the background again. She has darker skin. You can kind of see by the hat she's hidden kind of partially, but also the shadow kind of eliminates her face completely, which is another problem where she's kind of blending. So from Cosmopolitan magazine, we have this example for makeup ads. On the first page over there, you see 2 white women. They're kind of separated. On the other side, you have the 2 minority women. And also with this, it presents not only race, but also presents like the sexualization again, where you have those 2 together, and then on that side there's the makeup, so it's mainly the main focus of the actual product together. And on this side we just have kind of the explanation of what the product is with a minority woman. So here they're actually selling gems. It's kind of confusing because I don't really get why they would portray a woman when they're selling gems, maybe just to kind of get your attention again. But this presents the idea of objectification where the woman is literally becoming the gems as she's in a sexual kind of pose, she's kind of getting your attention rather than the actual gems that they're selling in the front there. And in this one, so this is actually an advertisement for a fragrance called Capture Me by Achilles. The main thing is that the fragrance is not in this advertisement at all. It's just the 2 hands of the man and female. And they're kind of like handcuffed together, so it presents that sexualization kind of idea again as we go through.
Okay, for this picture, they're on a daily jog. The man is kind of presented as normal. He's shirtless, he has shorts, tennis shoes on, he's sweaty, he even has a towel for himself, and then the woman is really dramatized. She has this extravagant coat on, she has heels, she's smiling, and nothing screams, I'm going on a run today. Again, there is the females who are in extravagant clothing. The woman on the right side, she's even depicted as kind of cartoonish. And then we have the boy on the left-hand side who is in regular clothing. He's just kind of random, really, and he's just skateboarding. And same with this, the woman on the left, she's in extravagant clothing, she's in heels, she's smiling, and she's on a skateboard, which it doesn't make sense. And then you have the two males who are focused on what they're doing, they're skateboarding, normal clothing. And then on the right side, she has, extravagant clothing, she's the main focus. She's pictured in white to kind of, it seems like as though to capture her innocence. And the male, regular clothing, he's trying to take a picture of her, and in a way it seems like she's from like a different timeline and he's of the modern times. And then Celine is actually a clothing line, and they have sunglasses and handbags and that kind of stuff as well. But in this ad, you can't really see his face. He's looking down. His hands are kind of covering it up. He doesn't have a shirt on. He has jeans, and you can't really see like 15% of the jeans that are being advertised. And then we have a perfume by Mom Paris, and the woman is very sexualized. The man, it seems as though he's getting ready to kiss her neck. His hand is pretty much down her shirt, and then it looks like as if she's grabbing his hand and taking it away from the inside of her shirt. And then we have Jimmy Choo, and then he's very serious. He's in regular clothing. He's not, revealing himself in any way. And then you have the woman in revealing clothing. She's looking away from the camera. She's not the main focus, which makes sense because it's a man's cologne. And her leg is over, draped across his abdomen. And then we have this as well for makeup. It's very sexualized. It's kind of portraying a lesbian relationship in a way, I believe. They're trying to make her seem as though she's attracted to herself. And then we have the sex toys. The woman is the main focus. There's not a man in there in any way. You can't even see her face, so the ad didn't think it was very important to even show her face. And the woman is black, so usually in ads it tends to be, if there is a African American, they usually try to sexualize it more. And then we have Olay. They're trying to sell her soap. She's completely naked. You don't see an ounce of soap on her. She's not even wet. So you would think at least Olay would try to show one part of her body with, soap on it to make sense, but they don't. And then we have here, it says, real is rare, real is a diamond. So they're saying if it's not a real diamond, the relationship isn't real. And so the diamond is the main focus, but you can't help but notice that each of them are naked. And I don't think love is always about sex.